Hey everyone, so in today's tutorial we are going to look at the Cell to Net, which is one of my most favorite calculators within our app. Only reason being is it helps us figure out our prospective client's magic number, right? So it kind of works just like a net sheet but backwards. So whether, your client is an investor or just someone who's owned their home for a very long time, they all have a net goal, right? Something that they know they want to walk away with from this transaction. So this calculator works just that way, right? We start with their net goal in mind. So for example, let's say your client's net goal is $95,000. So they say, you know what? I don't care what you sell this property at. 95,000 is what I'm looking to walk away from this transaction with. So we start with our 95,000. We have our broker fee, right? It's standard to 6%, but if you hit your little gear button here, you can actually break it up differently, maybe a 4-2, 5-1, depending on how it's shown. You can actually flip this little button here to have it shown how much is going to you, how much is going to the buying party within the closing costs. So let's go back to our transaction, right? Repairs. Here is where you can enter any dollar figure that was either invested into the property or any repairs that had to be done prior to getting the property sold. So let's just say we invested $1,000 to get, some minor fixes done. Okay, miscellaneous, just like our previous examples, we can add anything to the closing cost or subtract anything from the closing costs. Okay, property taxes, again, they tend to vary from city to city. So these are just the lists that I have in mind here. So let's just say we're selling in the city of Pasadena. Okay, now loan balance. Loan balance is very important, right? Because we need to know what they owe currently, right? Or at least in the ballpark to kind of give them somewhat of a accurate estimate. So let's just say they owe about $275,000 left on their home. They bought a couple years ago and maybe just kind of were locked in at a 5% interest rate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our closing date of today. Our city transfer tax, obviously there are some other cities, depending on where you're at, that the tax rate might change, the transfer rate, should I say. So let's just say it's in the county of Los Angeles. Okay, now our escrow rates, as you know, they default to our PCT escrow. But if you hit this little gear button here, you can actually calculate them if you're using an independent escrow, right? So depending on what the base escrow is, maybe there's 1,000, it might be 500 for a base, and then depending on what they charge per thousand, maybe it's $1.25. Okay, we hit compute. That's our escrow fee there, right? We hit continue. All right, so now we have all our figures in here, right? Real simple. We hit compute. Bingo. We have to sell this home for $400,000 so our seller can walk away with $95,000 at closing, right? Here are our closing costs of $29,000, right? Taking into account our balance of $275 and the prorated tax credit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on the detailed closing cost button because I want you to see, right, all the different things that we have included, right? Here are our $1,000 worth of repairs. Okay, here's our title policy. Okay, here is sub-escrow, interest, notary, termite. Now all these are standard fees that I have saved in my program, but you can customize any of these, and I'll show you how easy you can do that. Here is the buyer's broker's fee and the listing broker's fee. Okay, now let's say maybe you wanted to get rid of the notary fee or the sub-escrow fee. You can click this edit button here. Okay, and you can actually change any of these figures or you can remove them, right? Maybe the listing agent said, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my commission, right? Or the city transfer tax or any of these things here, right? So let's say maybe just the termite. If we click that button there, it hits delete. We hit delete and bingo. Just like that. We hit our done button. Okay. It's going to say, do you want to do this for all your future or just for this estimate? We just want to do this for this estimate, right? Bingo. We hit our close button. Okay, and we're ready to go. You can see our figure now has been updated to reflect the change of, since we removed that actual fee. If we wanted to send this to a user, or to a client, should I say, let's hit send. Okay, it's going to prepare a nice estimate just like the one that you see on your screen now. Okay, as you can see, mine is in Spanish here. To click our little language button, all these different languages here, you can actually change this to. So let's say you wanted to do English. Okay, it's going to go ahead and it's going to translate everything just like that. There we go. Right, we swipe right. Here are different views of the actual same sheet. All right, if we wanted to send it, we hit send. You can email, text it. I personally love using the text. Only reason you're able to get the user's phone number, number one, and they're going to see this instantly just like they see it on your screen. So when you hit text, it's going to bring up your text box and it's going to get an image just like that. It's that powerful. We hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys.